Well, good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in Sydney, Australia. Game day 4, Group B action. Mali taking on France. And Mali looking for that elusive first win at this year's World Cup, but also any World Cup, as they are playing in their first World Cup. But let's talk about France a little bit right now. Shona Thorburn alongside Azania Stewart. Azania, France, we saw them with that big first win against Australia. Lost to Canada. What do they need to do to bounce back?
Yeah, they lose to Canada 45-59. For me, you know Gabby Williams is going to show up. She had 23 points in that first and then 13 points and 8 rebounds. But who is going to be her supporting act? I need more from Iliane Rupert for me. She had 4 points and 1 point, but she has come off a plane. So hopefully now we're in day 4 of competition. So hopefully she's feeling much better. And Chateauroux had 9 points in the first game versus Australia and 7, so hopefully she can come back out and support Gabby Williams.
You said it, coming off that plane from the WNBA Championship with the Las Vegas Aces, it takes a while to adjust to the time change, that's for sure, and the long journey. But now up, we see the players of Mali. Mali obviously a little bit frustrated. They lost to Japan and Australia. What do they need to do to at least push this French team to the limit?
Listen, you even said it earlier, you know, coach for Mali said they're over their head. You know, this is a Mali team that was put together because Nigeria couldn't show up. So one, this is a massive opportunity for them and they're just here. Great to play against good competition. But for me, Konek, 9 points and 6 rebounds, and then Njai, number 50, 15 points. This is a very young team. They have players who are 18, 17-year-old Dabo, who's number 11. This is a great moment for them. As a young player, to play on this stage against this competition, you take it as much as you can and enjoy this moment, but you need to play hard.
Yeah, you mentioned it, kind of unexpected. Didn't have enough, maybe not as much warm-up and preparation as a lot of these other countries playing here because Nigeria not being able to go. That being said, Mali pushed a few teams to the brink at the Women's World Cup qualifiers. They just didn't quite have that extra edge, but they are young, so an amazing opportunity and an opportunity to grow for such a young team. We will take a quick moment for the playing of the national anthems. There you see action today. Mali versus France coming up shortly. Big game between Australia and Serbia.
That's
both teams looking for
it?
the second win of the tournament. That's going to be a great game. And then to round out today, we will have Japan going up against Canada, another big game. And there are the results so far. Canada 2-0, 1-1, Japan 1-1, France 1-1, Serbia and Mali. We will take a quick break for the playings of the national anthem.
The national anthem of France. The national anthem of Mali.
Well, you saw quickly on your TV screen behind the Mali bench, that is a former player who is out here supporting these players, and she knows what an incredible opportunity it is for this young Mali team to be at a World Cup. It's their first. Can they continue to represent their country at the highest level? Well, it's a good learning experience, that's for sure, Zania.
Yeah, and also they do have a player, Tuti Gandera, who's 31 years old. She's played with Mali for quite some time, so hopefully she can lead their team.
And there you see the crew chief in the middle. Liska from Poland, Jones from New Zealand, and Muchenu from Zimbabwe representing their countries as well here this afternoon. And we'll see the starting lineups of France soon. You mentioned it, Gabby Williams, no surprise in the starting lineup. This is the same lineup they've gone with: Marine Futux, Alexia Charteroux, Sarah Michel, Williams, and Mariam Badian. They had a rough start the other night against Canada, this starting lineup.
Yeah, they did.
And I agree with you. I think we need to see a little bit more performances, and I'm sure Coach Jean-Aimé Tupin would like to see the same from the likes of Iliana Rupert, Alexia Charteroux. People need to step up. I think they're capable of scoring, but now's the time. This is your third game. Nerves are out of the way.
Yeah, and also they're missing, as we see the starting line
So, Haidara, Dembele, Kone, Njai, and Balayara.
Yeah, and just going back to France, you know, they're missing their big guns. They're missing the Grudas. They're missing Johanna. She got injured in the warm-up games. So there's big shoes to fill, and there's head coach
Joaquim Brizuela from Spain.
Thank you.
And he has been with the program for a little while, so he knows these players well. So we talked a little bit about France, a little bit about Mali. Njai has been their go-to player. She's been playing very, very well for them, but she's the only one scoring in double digits in the first two games. The youngin, Sika Kone, who is a great prospect. She's going to have a wonderful basketball.
Also, I would like to see France get back in a rhythm. I felt like they got pushed out of things. Canada was super aggressive with them, didn't lose 2 consecutive games in the World Cup since 1964. So that's
good history for them then.
That's a nice stat. And Mali is ranked 37th in the FIBA world, so pretty low in the rankings, but hey, we need opportunities here, and anything can happen. I always tell people, I tie up my shoelace just like you do, and it's game on.
Yep, okay, go. Let's go.
Okay, well, a little pause right here as it looks like Coach Brizuela is making a change in the starting lineup, because we did see number 14, Sika Kone, warming up. She did go down against Australia in their last game. Not sure if it was her knee or her ankle. She was helped off the court. Looks like she warmed up and says, "Coach, I don't know if I can go." And he is gonna make a change. Oh, no, apparently it's not her. Well, we'll find out shortly. Sorry for the confusion. Well, they're the people that I have starting. So maybe there was a question whether or not. Well, good afternoon and welcome to the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup here in the Superdome of the former Sydney Olympic Center. France taking on Mali, Group B action. It's game day 4. Michelle gets her shot blocked, so great defensive possession to start for Mali. And quick 2-point jump shot is good for Balayara.
Wow. Let's get it started. Okay, Mali.
Starts on defense, led to offense.
Yep.
And tough defense here again from France, from Mali, as France, shot clock's winding down, and Michelle has had her hands with the ball the whole time. Somehow finds Charteroux, and she is able to finish.
Right on time, because boy, it was running down, and good start by both teams.
Baleyeda, she hit that first basket for them. Now she gets the ball back. She's going to work in the post, and her shot's off. And there you see Kone crashing the boards. Bali, if there's one positive from this team, tournament, has been their offensive rebounding, right?
So right, they crashed the balls so heavy, and there was that shot clock running down, layup.
And I thought she was passing. I think the French players thought she was passing, but Dembele shoots it herself, and it's good. So a nice start from Mali.
Really good start, and then a nice drive there.
Well, good job by Futux, but look at this. Kone, the young sensation, I would say, from Mali. Futux gets it inside. Charteroux draws the double. Williams, a little shake and bake, nice pass to Badian, an extra pass to Charteroux, and her three-point shot is good. And how is that start by Charteroux?
Yeah, that's exactly what we asked for. Who is going to step up? Nice little layup and then a three-point shot. Good team basketball there by the French. They moved the ball, got it in, and now wide open three-point shot.
Dembele has already made one, and that rolls in, and it's a three-point shot. And I think the problem with Mali has been their scoring in the first two games of this tournament. And this is a different team. They're coming out, knocking down some shots early, as Gabby Williams just slices down the key and scores an easy two-point basket.
Yeah, that's good from her. Yeah, they scored 56 in the first game versus Japan and 58.
Not a lot.
It's not a lot. But right now, they're doing a good job managing to get some good looks at the basket.
Yeah, great job as you see Kone gets on the scoreboard. And Charteroux goes inside to Badian, but finds Williams in the corner, and her shot is well off. So
good
now,
defense. Yep.
Great defense. Mali maybe slowing it down a little bit. And looking for the mismatch, but nice defensive play by Futux, who gives it up to Williams. And that shot is blocked by Haidara.
And way to get back Mali, and here they go down under.
They play aggressive and fast. This is not an easy team to defend, Mali. If they're hitting their shots, great. If not, you just got to box out, but they're always moving and they're very physical.
Yeah, and here we see the block shot, and couldn't really been a foul in my opinion. Slaps her across the neck, but it was a block at the start. But Mali always starts well. You know, they've got the energy, they just start to, you know, maybe fall off a little bit. So France just has to stay solid and take their time. It's a long game.
So now France taking their time.
3 on the clock, they've got to get something up.
Badian, extra pass out, and they were not aware of the shot clock, and another great defensive possession, like you said.
Great defense by Mali, moving on a string and causing the turnover, the 24-second shot clock. And coach Tupan is going to go to his bench early.
Yeah, you said it. And you want to see a big performance by Rupert tonight, right?
I do. I think it's time. You know, you've come off your WNBA championship champagne celebrations. It's time for the World Cup and you to show up.
Dembele finds Baleyeda, who's already hit one from that spot, but talk about offensive rebound. This is what Kone does, and it's a three-point play. Well, we talked about the offensive boards.
You did.
Azania Kone, on her own, averages 5 a game.
Okay.
That's a lot.
That's a great stat. And by the looks of that, how she just hit that boards, I see how.
And not able to convert, but
Gets a rebound. And nobody got her.
and definitely, look at this, another offensive board though. It didn't hit the rim, so shot clock winding down. And you have 3 white jerseys around the key. And
4
you give them
rebounds.
too many attempts, they're gonna finally make one.
You said she averages 5. She just got 4 in that one possession.
Well,
so
she might beat her average. And another great defensive play.
Yeah, Mali's playing out of their mind right now. They look great. And just a miscommunication as 2 Mali players cut at the same time. But Mali looking good to me, showing up. They're crashing the boards. They're getting good looks. They're having good points in the paint, and really got France. And Chateauroux has to take a sub.
Well, Williams. And tough layup. I think Dembele got a lot of ball on that one. And another opportunity for Mali. Haidara, her 3-point shot off the mark. And Williams comes up with that. And she finds Burkani, who slows it down and wants to run their offense. And now Tadic getting with France. Coach Tupan really going to his bench early here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame him. Nice little move. Why not? You know, we've seen that starting lineup play well at times and sometimes not look good. And so you're down, switch it up. With 5, it's time for a sub anyway. Nice steal. Here come France.
Burkani kicks it up to Williams, who just goes all the way.
She just slices and dices up the defense so quick. And the referee gives Gabby Williams a warning, and Coach Tupan says, hey, 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 calm down. And she'll sub out now for Michelle.
And a
What
little
she's
bit of
asking
conversation.
for is for a foul, is what she's asking for. Hey,
She told the ref?
yeah, like, call a foul, and he's saying, nope, you don't tell me what to do my job, which is true. He'll call it if he sees it. But she did get slapped the possession before, so she's probably frustrated.
Well, Mali, game is tied. And the referees are going to discuss whose ball it is. Well, it's going to stay white ball. 11 seconds left on the shot clock for Mali. And a good start by them here. There's still 3:37 left. And they get it to the young star, Kone, who kicks it out and shot off the mark. But a good offensive rebound by Kuruma, who just checked into the game, and she's gonna go to the free throw line. Look at this. Every time a shot goes up, the Mali players get in a great offensive rebounding position.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. They work tremendously hard and get in good position, and that's all it takes, really.
Well, not able to convert, but doesn't matter because Koulibaly is there to clean up the miss. How many offensive rebounds is that, Azania?
I'll have a look for you, Shona. That's why I'm here for you. That's 7.
7 offensive rebounds in 7 minutes of play.
Yep.
Well, Koulibaly, I believe, is going to be called for that foul, trying to defend Rupert underneath the basket.
And 4 of those rebounds went to Kone by herself. But they have total 11 rebounds to 3 of France's rebounds.
Michelle kicks it to Rupert. Her shot is off the mark. And they even fight with each other for the board.
Well, at least you know for sure they're going to get the rebound. But good, another good defensive effort by Mali.
And okay, Koulibaly. She goes, I can knock down shots from the outside.
And she's also another one of their veterans, sitting at 32 years old. So she's been part of this Mali team for quite some time.
And nice patience there by Tadic. And she's already got 4 points in this game. So some good minutes here by her. And Rupert almost comes up with the steal. Shot clock set. She does. She just picks it from Koulibaly. And unfortunately, Rupert turns the ball over, though. And tough layup. Wanted the foul was Njai. Extra pass to Torre in the corner. Her shot's in and out.
And Rupert second guess that shot. That's your shot. Take it.
Yeah.
And maybe
she missed one, but
yeah, so what? Shooters shoot, and that's what your team needs you to do. You can't second guess yourself, and maybe that's what Mali's making France do. Really, they're pushing them out of their stuff, but we've seen Canada push them out of their stuff too.
Oh, tough shot. I have no idea how that went in, but Kuruma does. And now Mali, with a 6-point lead, a minute 22 left in the first quarter, 21-15, and Coach Jean-Aimé Tupin wants to talk about it.
And I don't blame him. But this is the thing, right? Mali are not a traditional type of team that France is probably used to. The Afro basket style is so different. And when you put those two different styles, it's pretty difficult. But they'll be okay, France. They'll take this time out and we'll listen in.
Faites des écrans de face, rejetez-les et les autres, vous prenez les rebonds. Si vous prenez, il faut aller la toucher. C'est bon, Sarah? Hey, c'est au rebond qu'on se fait avoir là. Touchez-les. Faites des fautes à la limite sur les rebonds, mais faites quelque chose, ne les laissez pas prendre et marquer. Poussez-les, il faut que vous soyez au contact. On fait 4 bars pour...
Well, Azania, that entire timeout by Coach Tupin, all he was talking about was the rebound, the defensive rebounds. He says, you know what, do a face box out, it's fine. And the other girls, the exteriors come in and get the rebound. And then he says, at least do something, foul, if anything, don't just let them get it and then go up and score.
Lovely timeout. I think that's very important. Great. And you speak fluent French, so we have the nice little translation with Shona. Thank you very much. And that is a fantastic point. Hey, they're out-rebounding us right now. Mali have 13 total rebounds to France's 4. And those 4 rebounds are both on the defensive end.
And nice hands there by Dembele. And again, it's the defensive effort that I'm seeing from Mali now for 9 straight minutes that they showed it in their first 2 games, but it was, one possession aggressive, 1 possession making mistakes. And today, they seem like they are on a mission. And great strong take there by number 28, Torre. Well, Koulibaly knows a lot of these French players, as she did play professionally in France this year. And Tirera with a tough take. Charteroux to Futux.
Somebody's wide open here. That's a
and it's a travel call.
Let's have a look. Charteroux here really they loaded up the paint. Not really too sure, but I couldn't see her footwork, but they loaded up the paint. She can skip the ball. They have a wide open shot on the other side.
And Tirera does turn it over, but she hustles to try and get the ball back, and it's going to be a jump ball call. So ball will stay Mali possession with 4.6 seconds on the shot clock.
Substitutions for Mali, checking in number 10, Mike.
An aggressive drive, and shot would have been good had Tuti Gandega made it, but they didn't. So now France with one last shot opportunity, 9 seconds remaining. And Mali knows they have fouls to give. They miss, they steal it, they get the rebound. And France ball.
Wow. Managed to turn over the French right there on their baseline and had a chance to extend this lead.
But you know what? Mali knows that referees are letting them play, and that's the end of the first.
And that's the end of the first quarter.
Well, maybe a little bit of a surprise. Mali leading France at the end of the first, 21-17. So I was just mentioning at the end of that sequence there, the last 10 seconds, 9 seconds, I guess it was, Mali knew that they have fouls to give. And Mali knows that the referees are letting a lot of aggressive play go. Great job. Even if they got called for a foul, it would have been fine. They weren't in bonus. They only had one team foul. So you play aggressive. That's what they did, and they came up with a steal.
Yeah. And here's the best plays of the first quarter, and it's all been Mali. They've put up 21 points, but you know what they've done fantastically is offensively rebound. They've hit the boards every single time, and it's successful for them.
And as we get to enjoy some of these highlights from the first quarter, you mentioned earlier, you know, Rupert, so she shot that first three, and it was well off. It wasn't on the mark, short or long. And then the second shot, she didn't. She passed it to the corner, and she hesitated, though. And you said, you know, why is she hesitating? I'm just wondering, thinking out loud here.
Let me hear it.
She had a great season in France last year with Bourges Basket, you know, won the Player of the Year award in the French League. She won the league championship. They won Euro Cup. And then she went to the WNBA. And, you know, arrived late, so kind of had to get a feeling for it. She played limited minutes. Some games she would play, some games she wouldn't. Some it was only 1-2 minutes, sometimes it was 10. Do you think she possibly lost a little bit of confidence, and that's what we're seeing here in this tournament?
I don't know, because you just won a championship, so you should be feeling somewhat good, but that doesn't mean that you're confident. The one thing you can't do is, you see Johannes is there, who they're really missing, is you can't lie to yourself. So yes, she might be missing a bit of that confidence that we're kind of seeing out here, but I feel like Mali has been aggressive and really imposed themselves. And like I said at the beginning of the game, I do my shoelaces up the same way you do, France. So Mali are here to play.
Well, second quarter action here. France trailing Mali by 4. Badien. Williams, and shot is off, but that foul is going to go against Haidara.
And that's a little, you know, undisciplined, but really, minus that foul there, let's have a look at that. Yep, hits a shooting arm, 100%. That's a dangerous foul. What did France have there in that offense? It looked like
Pass the ball around the three-point line. No attacking, no inside-outside looks.
Nothing. They're just kind of out of sync. I don't know if they're scared to drive against Mali or what they're trying to look for, but they've got no offensive flow, in my opinion, and that's where it's kind of shocking, because they looked fantastic against their first game, Australia. That was a big game in front of the home crowd. Then they come out in against Canada, and this is the same France that we're seeing. Disjointed, not on the same page, looking on the offensive end.
Well, Williams missed one of those 3 attempts, but she has got France down, just trailing by 2. And that 3-point shot is off. So France with a chance to tie or take the lead.
And hopefully this offense here by France, get something simple, going to the rim, and get yourself going back into this game.
Williams inside to Charteroux. Well, isn't able to make it, and Koulibaly's laughing. She didn't think it was a foul.
I would have to agree with her, no? Or are you saying that's a foul?
I didn't think it was that much of a foul.
I didn't have
I thought some other takes by Williams that we saw earlier
were fouls. Yeah.
Were fouls compared to that one. But you know what? The coaches and teams get a little bit of break in between quarters, and so do the referees to talk about things.
Yeah, you're right. And really, she had nowhere to go. She was on the baseline and had just kind of chucked up that basket. But here come Mali. 21-21. And it's exactly what France needed. Just maybe, you know, something down low, gets the foul, gets to the free throw line.
And strong take, rolls out, and that's a better job rebounding by France. Michel. And kickball, so shot clock is going to be reset to 14, and France ball.
Did Mali speak French as well? Are they a different?
They do,
yeah.
Yep. So Charteroux, nice little action there for her off of the inbounds.
Yeah, nice little kiss off the glass.
Mali were colonized by France
yeah.
many, many years ago, so I believe, I might be mistaken, Tuti Gandega. Nice defense by Paget, but it will stay Mali ball. I think their first official language is French, but depending on the region, they also have their native dialect,
yeah,
their
native,
mother tongues.
Yeah.
Well, miscommunication on defense by France leaves, I believe it was number 2, Kuruma,
yeah,
who scored. Yeah,
it was Kuruma.
But she was wide open.
Wide open.
Well, Charteroux rolls that shot in. And it's Charteroux, actually. I just, you know, we're here down under, and I like to say Charteroux, like a kangaroo, apparently.
But it always is, you know.
Well, a nice
said.
start offensively by her, because she has had a quiet tournament so far.
Yep.
And
12 points for her.
yeah. Considering, what has she been averaging, 6 or something, 8 maybe?
Yeah, she had 9 points in the first game and 7 in the second. So she's above what she scored in the first 2 games.
Paget's 3-point shot attempt is off the mark. And a traveling call is going to go against Haidara. And there you see that aggressive defense by Mali, as Tuti Gandega is all over Paget. Williams, skip pass to Michel. Nice pass underneath to Badian. Unfortunately, she misses, and no surprise, Mali comes up with the board. Easy basket is a missed opportunity. Tuti Gandega now. Njai, who has played well for them. That was a deep three, but Kone is there to pick it up, and she can't finish, but she does draw the foul.
They do an incredible, hard-working job on that offensive rebounding glass. Go ahead, Shona.
Look at this. They get in front
of the player.
As soon as the shot is up, you saw Coulibaly #1 and 14, Kone. The shot was up. They saw their defensive defender, and they went in front of them.
Yeah, they worked hard.
That is great.
That's great. And if you're really watching how to rebound, that is
They're
class.
putting on a clinic.
Yeah, clinic 101 lesson how to offensive rebound, and I might have to learn a few things. And especially as the flight of the ball, right? You need to watch
Flight of the ball, exactly. Yeah.
And then you start working hard, and that's definitely what Mali are doing a great job.
Well, and you know, I think that was against Rupert and Tadic on defense. There is the general manager of France, well-known player in her day as well, Celine Dumeric.
I don't like to talk about her.
So I was just saying, Tadic and Rupert, so they get in front of you. You got to push those girls underneath the basket then. Not a two-handed chuck, but and you got to work, get low, and try and push them underneath.
Tupan talked about that in the timeout. Hey, you might have to front bump him in the chest to make sure.
Don't turn around. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Hey, and Celine Demurk has a nightmare in my head is why I don't like to talk about it. She hit 2 threes to beat me in the Olympic Games. Anyway, shot missed and another rebound. And Mali are off to the races, and a steal by Michelle.
Substitutions for France. Checking in number 28.
Well, France now only a 1-point lead, which I'm sure some people would be surprised about. Tadic. You know, as soon as you bring the ball down, there's 3 Mali defenders crowding you and aggressively going after the ball. And, well, what a move by Njai, who has been great.
Really good, kind of the ball skipped off her hand and she picked it up.
So good job there by NJ, just staying with it.
Turnover here.
And they're running. And aggressive catch and an aggressive play by #2, Salimatu Koroma.
And Mali, for me right now, Shona, are playing fantastic. They're playing aggressive here. That was a little slip pass and a finish. Here it goes, look. Nice little...
It wasn't intended for her.
No, it wasn't, and sometimes it happens like that. But she was all over it because she was running to the glass. But Mali are doing a fantastic job, in my opinion, on both boards. On both offensive rebounding, they're at 9 offensive rebounds and 10 defensive rebounds. And you know what? France have 0, a big fat donut, on the offensive glass. They haven't got 1 offensive rebound yet. And Gabby Williams passes on.
Torre with a nice dump pass to Tadic, and that's the 2nd easy basket they have missed in this quarter, Azania.
And that is exactly what I'm talking about. You get an easy, wide open layup, a nice little jump shot and miss. But we saw this bad percentage when they lost against Canada. They
they struggled, right?
Yeah, they were 0 from 12 from the 3-point line in the first 3 quarters. The percentage from the floor was like under 30% from both 2 and 3.
Yeah, at the end of the game, it was low, correct?
It was very, very low.
Torre. And out of sorts offensively is France, but Migne Torre is able to save him.
Yep. And really, yet again, I don't know what they're doing on offense.
But the ball stayed between Minya Torre and Ana Tadic on that side of the court. It was never reversed. There was no movement. No one else touched the ball. Kone. Tough shot is off.
Checking in, number 12, Alima Dembele.
And Dembele back in now, number 12 for Mali. Had a nice little mid-range jump shot and is tough on the defensive end as she has her hands full with Gabby Williams. Repair with a nice jump shot. Maybe that's all she needs to see, Shona. See the ball go through as she shot that 15-footer.
Well, good passing and good ball movement by Mali, and unfortunately not able to make that, though. They have cooled off a little bit here in this second quarter, but they are definitely still sticking around. Futux, her three-point shot. Looked good from our angle, but France able to come up with the offensive rebound. She drives hard to the basket, and it's good.
And that's what France need, in my opinion. Just get some good-looking two-point shots as the ball gets blocked and out of bounds. And just get something simple, but even their simple shots they're missing. So it's like, and they need to build their confidence, I think. They're kind of a bit all over the place.
I agree with you. I think right now, France are playing, I don't want to say scared, but maybe they are scared to lose because they know that they should win and have to win today. Well, quick timeout. Let's try listen in.
Nous avons permettre des occasions de US aller pour la ligne de faute. C'est la première règle dans le basketball. Jamais aucun passe la ligne de faute. Nous devons admettre calme à l'attaque. Comme nous avons parlé hier, un contre un. Mais un contre un pour, si la raquette c'est pleine de US, arrête de tirer et surtout donne la passe. Donne la passe. Pour jouer un bon tir, on joue un contre un. D'accord? On va jouer, pas perdre la tête, d'accord? Restez 2 minutes 44, on va nous mettre dessus, d'accord? Le rebond défensif, c'est les touches de la 5, d'accord? Allez, on va.
Well, you heard it there, talking a little bit offensively and defensively. And a couple highlights of Alexia Charteroux, who you mentioned already has 12 points here today. So she is definitely more aggressive and looking for her shot more than she has in the first 2 games. So that is a good sign for France.
Yeah, I needed more from her. But then Gabby Williams, what's she on? She's on 6 points, so she's 2 from 5.
And Kone now is going to have to do something, so she will. Shots off. Look at this fight and box out. That's how you box out, folks.
Good job, Williams.
Torre.
You're open.
Wide open, Charteroux, and she doesn't even look at the basket. Futux draws the foul, but they have fouls to give, and that is going to be called on the floor.
Substitutions for Mali. Checking in, number 1,
Charteroux was wide open there. She doesn't even look at the basket. And that's what I'm saying. They're so out of sync. A nice little dump pass. Easy for Repair. And now she's feeling it. I'm happy to see that. She had a nice little jump shot and then that little layup.
And Oh! NJ with the three-point shot. She's had a great tournament for them so far. She has been a little slow getting started here today. So that was a big-time shot by her.
Yeah, she had 15 points last game. Nice little three-point shot at the top of the key. Nice finish there by Torre, slicing and dicing to the rim.
And foul is called on the ground.
Personal foul assessed to number 6, Alexis Chatteron.
Here we see the nice little slice left hand.
Koulibaly. And it's going to be a moving screen foul called against 77 Diana Baleyera.
Let's have a look. Yep, that's a foul. And referees have been all over that. They really
Screening foul.
Yeah, screening. If you don't have your feet set, they're calling a moving screen every time.
Well, France with a slight 4-point lead, just over a minute to play here in the second quarter. Williams to Rupert, and that is the kind of shots that
Rupert. And
yes.
that's 3 consecutive baskets for Rupert. So I said she just maybe need to fill it in a nice steal, and here comes France.
Great job there by Torre. And good job by Futux. That's the second time late in this quarter she has been aggressive, trying to penetrate, and they've fouled her on the dribble.
Personal foul assessed to number 50, Jennifer J. Hussein.
Well, NJ checking out. Obviously, coach does not want her to pick up her third foul with 26.9 seconds left.
Yeah, smart sub as Tuti Bandera will come into the game.
As Futux hits the first of 2 attempts. And that shot is good. And the French fans happy with that. So now, about 2-second shot clock, game clock differential. Koulibaly, 3-point shot. Shot early, which is going to give France an opportunity to try and score. 10 seconds left. They get it to Williams. Williams' floater is good.
That's pretty. That's so pretty. I love it, Gabby Williams. She says, give it to me. Don't worry, France. I got this. I'll put you on my back. And boy, does she finish with the time. Running down, looks pretty. Crosses over, floats in the air. Gets the 2.
And, well, they're happy about it, and so are the French fans. So, halftime, Mali now trailing by 10 to France, 32-42. Well, Azania, what do you think about that second quarter?
Yeah, France started to get themselves going there, and Mali 38%, 9 from 24, and 15 from 20. They're still missing a lot for me, which are easy baskets, France. But if I'm going into this timeout here and I'm France, I need to talk about my rebounding effort, my rebounding position, because they have they have one offensive rebound and 15 defensive to Mali's 10 offensive rebounds and 11 defensive rebounds. So that's what they need to discuss, but they found their rhythm, especially Rupert. I needed more from her, and she's answered. And then obviously, like I said, Gabby Williams will put this team on her back, but she can't do it alone. Chateauroux with 12 points and Kone with 8. So France back in control, but Mali is really being aggressive and looking good in the first half.
Well, it was all, in my opinion, all Mali in that first quarter, and especially offensively, all France in the second quarter. As you see some highlights by that woman right there, Alexia Chateauroux. Great game so far by her. She got a little quiet there in the second quarter, but her teammates were also scoring as well. Mali, they did a much better job boxing out Mali. And Mali, you see, when they can't get offensive rebounds, it seems like they have a little bit more trouble scoring.
Yeah, and that's where most of their offense comes from, right? Because they are such good rebounders. We've seen them work early. They have such great positioning. Like I said, they have 21 total rebounds. They have turned over the ball 8 times, but France has turned over 6 times. So the marching band's coming out, which I'm loving it. The halftime shows have been fantastic here. Both teams probably need this halftime just to discuss their game plan for the second half. Because France, I think, has taken the momentum back. They've managed to get a little run from Iliana Rupert, and I think they go to her early again in the second.
You called it. I agree with you, Xenia. I think good job by Rupert and Chateauroux. Well, folks, don't go far because we got a game here at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Mali only trailing by 10 to France, 32-42. We will be right back.
Performing Arts Marching Show Band, led by drum major Raymond Hallpath. Give them a round of applause.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Liman. Couple dribbles, lets it fly, and all the confidence in the world. Galara Misaman, yes, all day. Let's go, Belgium retakes the lead. Liu ruined the block, Stewart, no way. USA on a run, Gray. Garantes, fade away, floater. She's got 23 points and can't miss. Aliman, baseline, takes, spins in. Julie Aliman, the veteran WNBA star.
Yoon. Oh, what a block by Delic. And Tavic saves the ball. Unfortunately, saves it to Yoon.
So everyone who flew in yesterday, a part of that Las Vegas Aces WNBA championship team, has been on the floor. Turn and shoot, easy one for Chu Han. She comes in and she delivers. 2-point ball game. China started down 11-0. No look pass into Asia Wilson. Yes, a beautiful throw-in from Chelsea Gray from mid-court.
That is just recognize your teammates, rewarding you the bigs for running, and beautiful pass just to thread that needle.
A little slippery at mid-court, going strong to the hoop. Holy smokes! And Juan Garantes. Help her up, she needs you. She's laying out everything for Puerto Rico.
And this is just a superstar taking the ball and taking matters into her own hands.
Gray off the elbow, this time falling down, has a chance for a three-point play. Did you see that shimmy? A little shimmy on the way down.
Shaken out of it, a little crossover, and nice smooth action on the jump shot, and goes to the line for the extra.
Well, welcome back. What a great show by the marching band, Azania. You and I were loving
I love that. You can just see them in your shot there. Fantastic marching band. And they'll drum in the top scorer for France, which is Sato. She is doing fantastic today. I needed her to step up, and boy, she must have heard me, because she's got 12 first half points.
You're calling her Chartreux too
sorry.
now. No,
Sorry,
it's okay. It's the kangaroos that we keep on seeing and talking about. Yeah. No, you're listening to me, which is not good.
No, it's my fault. I need to get my French accent on. Oui. D'accord. Is that better? Anyway, she's having a good first half. She needs to come out in this same second. Be aggressive. She's looking good. She's getting to the line also. And Gabby Williams needs help, so I like it. Also, Rupert is doing a fantastic job. The drum line is out, and I'm feeling it. The halftime shows here have been fantastic. We've seen Chinese dragons, haven't we, dancing? We've had different drum lines. I'm a fan. They've come out and performed. The crowd loved it, and I did too. And what else we loved was the top scorer for Mali. Kone.
Of these 8 points, how many came from offensive rebound putbacks?
All of them. She had 4 consecutive rebounds. I think this was the last one. And she works very, very hard down low. And also, the whole Mali team, for me, have been doing a great job on the glass. I talked about it, that France needs to go in at halftime and discuss how are we going to box out Mali? How are we going to get them off the glass, because they have 10 offensive rebounds, and that's maybe 10 too many if I'm the French.
Well, Sika Kone, does she have enough this second half to help her team out? We are just under 5 minutes until we kick off. And there you see the fans out here supporting these two teams.
Well, it's Sunday today here. Might not be where you are, but it's Sunday 3:20 as the teams come back out. So there's a fair few kids that have been coming into the games, which is fantastic to see. Great women's basketball. Mali have done a great job to only be down 10 in the first half. They came out aggressive, they were pretty physical, and really kind of bumped and messed up the French's kind of flow, swag, I don't know, offense, what would you like to say? They kind of pushed them out of things, because sometimes we've seen players wide open and second guess that shot.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think defensively it was a different Mali team that we saw in the first half, especially the first quarter. I hope this little break at halftime will be able to re-energize this Mali team, and they can come out with that same kind of aggressiveness to start the second half. As for France, clearly they did a much better job boxing out, and that was the difference maker in the second quarter, and it's the reason why they're up 10 at halftime. So we talked about Chartereau with her 12 points, Williams with 3 assists, and Williams with 3 boards as well.
Yeah, and maybe France needs to take a leaf out of Mali's book and start hitting the boards also, because they're missing some easy shots. If they can get some extra possessions and make it easy for them and, you know, and open this lead up a bit further.
We saw Tadic with that easy miss underneath, Badian, and there you see Gabby Williams, who definitely, as far as offensively and scoring, she has been leading this team in this tournament. She has 8 points in the first half.
Yeah, and I think people obviously see her as a defensive player. She has won multiple defensive players of the year, but she said in one of the press conferences I had, she said, look, I'm trying to find my offensive aggressiveness. My team needs me more on the offensive side, and tries to find them in good ways. She's so dangerous in a transition, in my opinion.
She is, and there you saw the stats. So the youngin', Sika Kone, with 8 boards and 9 rebounds. So she is 2 points and a board away from a double-double against France. And number 2 for Mali, Salimatu Kuroma, with 7 points for them and 3 boards off of the bench. So she's been a nice boost for them coming off the bench.
I think we discussed about their tone that they set. They came out. They were winning, and they won the first quarter 21-17. They beat France and kind of surprised us. I didn't think it was going to be that kind of game, but you can't doubt their willingness, I guess, or their strengths, and really just they're playing hard, and this is what I really appreciate about Mali.
Well, we talked about it a little bit, Azania. You know, the coach, Brizuela, from Mali, there you see him talking to his players. He was upset after their first 2 games, and actually apologizing in the press conference about his team's performance. And this is a different team that has come out here on game day 4 at this year's FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup.
Yeah, he just said sorry that my team isn't ready and prepared, and we spoke about that, right? They stepped in for Nigeria's absence, so their prep time probably is not as much as all these other teams, but you know what? It doesn't matter about prep, it matters about heart and how hard you're going to play, how physical, how proud you're going to make your country in it, and right now they're doing Mali very, very proud.
Well, quickly right now, scan that QR code and get your World Cup app. I have it. I was checking it yesterday as games were going on.
I checked it today to do my homework. It keeps me up to date with all the latest games. There's 3 games on today. Half of the competition have a day off.
Ooh. And then Carla, our mascot for this event.
She's got her lashes done and she's dancing and ready for the second half.
Who's supporting France? And let me hear if you're supporting Mali. Second half action.
Well, second half action here at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup Group B. France up on Mali, but the game has been interesting, and that foul is going to go against Williams.
Yeah, and she says, my bad. She knew she was in the wrong position.
And that shot well off the mark. A good box out by Badian, and Futux comes out with it. She's pushing the tempo. Michel. And again, offensively, France not taking advantage of opportunities.
Nope, and turn over the ball there, Michelle. Just a mishandle. And also Michelle, I know she's an out-and-out point guard, but she needs to look for herself too, Shona. I think she drives in there, she gets in there deep. Just pop up a nice 15-footer.
Well, the bright spot of this Mali team, but that one's off the mark. She's had a slow first half, is number 15, Janeba Njai. And Williams with the crossover, and she goes all the way to the basket.
She's incredible. The way she contorts her body. And did she hurt herself a little bit there? Fell on her
Came
hip.
up limping a little bit, and almost an offensive rebound for Mali, but France able to come up with it.
Yep, she's asked for a sub. I think she probably just twisted that ankle a little bit. She's asked for a sub.
She did. Badian nowhere to go, and
Good
that's going to be a second turnover in less than a minute and a half for France.
And great defense by, let's see here. I don't want to watch just in case it's bad, but I think she just rolled it as she came down, I think. And she lands pretty heavy.
She does land heavy.
Maybe on a hip.
More of her, yeah. The fall afterwards. Well, she has gone to the bench.
Bench, but she hasn't seen anyone for...
Nice read by Futux. And now a three or a one-on-one, but it's going to be an offensive foul going against Miniatore, and great hustle by Maimouna Haidara.
Incredible. I blinked and I missed the foul.
Look at this.
Here we go. We get to see it one more time. Yeah, she just drops her shoulder, and Mali's defense is outside of the circle. And she claps and says, yep, okay, referee, that's a good call. And there we see Gabby Williams getting... Yeah?
So, no, sorry, continue.
No, just that she's getting some treatment
now. That's three great defensive possessions by Mali. They forced 3 turnovers because that offensive foul is going to be called a turnover. But nice hands. Minya does the job and gets the ball back for France.
They're missing down low. There we go. They get the ball in.
And Badian just goes after Kone, and her layup, or post move, excuse me, is good. Another steal by Futux. And a little bit of a mismatch, so some shake and bake, but she finds Chartereau in the corner. Her shot goes off the front of the iron.
Guess who's there to clean up the boards? Kone with a rebound.
Oh, so that's, she already has
10.
Double, yeah.
Yep. She has 10 rebounds, 8 points.
And it's been a slow afternoon, excuse me, for that woman, but NJ now with her second three-pointer of this game. And you would love to see her heat up, especially offensively, because it could become very interesting if she's able to do that.
Yeah, because Mali's still sticking around, and they've had some good defense here again. Nearly turning over France.
And tough shot, they have to throw it up.
And another solid defensive stop.
And great job there. Nice inside pass as well is Sika Kone. She's exciting.
Oh my God.
She's only 20. People, do we need to tell you that this woman is only 20 years old, plays professionally in the top Spanish league.
Yeah.
She was drafted as well, I believe, this year.
She plays in Gran Canaria in Spain. I think she's been there for quite some time,
yeah,
maybe.
I think she moved there early teens almost, when she was 14, maybe.
And the Spanish league is a tough league. We'll listen in to the timeout to Tupan.
Là, quand on part là, on va trop loin. Faites la même chose que tout à l'heure. Il y a eu 3 situations, on a fait que du jeu direct. Ballon perdu. Essayons de faire la même chose que tout à l'heure, bouger la balle. Et quand on revient, qu'elles sont sur le repli, ce n'est plus la peine, il faut bouger la balle.
Translation, please, Shona.
Well, he wants a little bit more patience in their transition offense, but at the same time, so he wants them to be patient and get a better shot instead of, you know, trying to attack early and get, you know, he's like, that's leading to turnovers, but also patience doesn't mean you have to play slow. He's talking about move the ball, move the ball, move the ball. You can still be patient and play at a quick pace.
Right. Well, good timeout there. And NJ, 8 points. We spoke about those 3-pointers also that she had. And France now with the ball after that timeout.
Well, good news for France is Gabby Williams is back on the court. Burkini, tough floater. And look at this pass, goodness me. Oh, Kone just not able to finish though. Rupert, short.
And another stop by Mali.
And now Kone, a little bit of a mismatch. Nice help defense from behind is Rupert.
I really like here, look, nice move, and needed the help. But they're looking for her every single time, and why not? And that could have been a little bit of on the hand action, but a good block. And I'm a fan. I'm gonna have to watch her this season because she's 20 years old. She's,
young.
Yeah, she's 6'3", good body, long and lean, strong, nice post moves, good hands.
Needs to work a little bit on her left hand.
Yeah.
You know, if you're scouting her, you would definitely say, force her left, force her left, force her left. But as you said, she's 20 years young, and a block by Tadic is actually gonna stay. No, sorry, it's gonna be rewarded to France. I thought it went off Tadic, but they're saying no.
Yeah, as she blocked it, it comes off the bottom of the rim and then hits her foot.
Oh, it did?
See it, yeah. It hits Mali's foot, so France gets the ball back.
Oh. I feel like that would have been a
travel.
She passed herself almost, no? Because she left her feet. Burkini with a deep three-point shot. And Torre with the aggressive defense, but maybe a little bit too aggressive.
It's a big matchup there. They're both very strong going at each other here. Look, she pushes through and then...
that's a foul.
Yeah, and just puts... Well, she gets hit first, and that's why I think she pushed her out of bounds. And then this is the long three from the Nike logo.
Well, Paget in for Torre. And Sika Kone, not really known for her outside shooting, but that one hits nothing but net.
Hey, she's got it all in her bag. Lovely three-point shot by her. Here come Mali, they're down 9 now.
And tough shot by Gabby Williams is no good. Rupert gets the offensive rebound blocked, and now Kone pushing it. And trail in three-point shot is good, folks, and what a run by Mali.
Lovely shot, oh my gosh, she just ran right into that three-point shot. Here come Mali.
High-low. Tough, made within traffic by Anna Tadic.
Really nice seal there by Tadic. good high-low is there every day. Every day. Am I Australian? I've been here for too long.
And she hit one, but she misses that one. And now another opportunity for France to push this lead back up. Berkani's shot is off the mark. I swear she likes the tougher shots than trying to get to something easier. Or, you know, what would we say? The more difficult, or the highlight shots?
I don't know. I think she could always get a layup. She could always get a layup, but she always goes for that mid-range floater that I'm overseeing, because she hasn't made, I think she's made one. She's hit the 3, which is great, but she's so fast. She can get to the rim, put pressure on the referees to foul, get that foul, and get an extra, you know, an and one, get to the free throw line. Just easy to scout, that's all.
Williams, shake and bake. Tough shot, gets her own rebound, and she's gonna be fouled.
Personal foul, assistant number 10, Maimuna Haidara, her second. Checking in for France, number 10, Sarah Michelle.
Timeout.
And that's a timeout to Mali.
So Mali will take this timeout to draw up something, because Gabby Williams is at the free throw line. 43-51, so we'll listen in to the timeout.
Oubliez les ballons. C'est le problème de la petite. Dans les crânes, dans les pick and roll, oubliez. Sauf un seconde et après les doigts. Oubliez les ballons, que c'est la responsabilité de la petite, d'accord? Et on va continuer, mais on va faire la défense. C'est des minutes plus fort. D'accord? Et puis les demi-terrains, on va faire la pression absolue. D'accord? Reste des minutes à attendre et c'est le final des matchs. C'est le final des matchs et nous voulons gagner. D'accord?
Well, Coach Joaquin wanted to encourage his players to finish this third quarter aggressively and strong. And there you see the double-double by that young woman, Sika Kone, 13 points, 11 rebounds. And during that timeout, we had an opportunity to look at some of the shooting percentages for this game. Mali doing a much better job than they have in their first 2 games. France, again, still kind of hovering around. I mean, they're shooting a much better job today from 2-point range, but they're 3-point shooting. And this is a team, and this is a team who I believe has good 3-point shooters. You know, you and I, when we're doing our studying and our scouting for these kind of tournaments, we look up these players, and you expect more from a Marine Fotux, Alexia Chartereau, you know, Sarah Michelle, Iliana Rupert, Gabby Williams, Migne Torre, Paget. They're all very capable of shooting a high percentage 3-point shot.
Yeah, and now as we get closer into the tournament, I'm maybe saying, hey, I'm letting you guys shoot that 3. But also they're missing a lot around the 2, so they've had a bad clip at both. They haven't really found their rhythm.
Yeah, they're a little bit better today from 2-point range. That shot is no good, and it's going to be a shot clock violation.
And another solid defense.
And that was out of a timeout, and that's the shot they got.
Yeah, that's it.
I think they're better than that offensively. I'm going to call them out.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I'm going to support. I'm going to have your back. It's a 10-point game.
Well, Brizuela wanted them to finish strong, and let's see if they can. They got a great defensive possession, and Koulibaly's 3-point shot is off the mark. And you see Gabby Williams
limping
a little bit, right?
Yeah, and if I'm her, I'm going to say, did I have a day off tomorrow? Yeah.
No.
No?
No.
They had a day
tomorrow,
off yesterday?
yeah. So tomorrow, Monday, 26th of September, we have France take on Japan, which could be a huge game. So they need to win this game here today.
Yeah, and good defense by Mali, but they just get the foul. They do need to win this game. You are correct, because they are 1-1 right now here. Look, here comes the defense. They just think, yeah, come down. Dude, that's a lot of pressure, though. All ball could be a slap, but listen, if you're not strong, Mali's coming. They're coming to double. They're coming to rebound. I'm impressed with Mali today. They've definitely come and are playing very, very hard.
And Badjian, might have got away with a little bit of a walk. Williams, out of a nothing play, somehow makes that basket, though.
And that puts her on 14 points and a tip ball. Because I just thought, they threw it out of bounds. But really, you're going to get that solid 14 to 20. She had 23, Gabby here, look. Nothing, kind of gets ready to turn over. She just picks up the rubbish and puts it in the bin.
It's very environmentally friendly of her.
Thank you. Yep. Oh, I thought you were talking about my
I liked it. Yeah, I know, I liked your...
Thank you.
And look at that. But she makes up for that back cut she got against her. Michelle from a great pass. Nice run by Williams and Michelle for an easy basket for France. And they have not got a lot of easy baskets in this entire tournament, let alone today. Kone's three-point shot is good.
Wow. Who's Kone? That is incredible. She just dribbled, set her feet, and she's showing the full repertoire of her skill set. Wow, 2 from 3 from the three-point line. I like it.
Oh, pass. Oh, but a block from Kone, and she says, I can do it on both ends of the court, coach. And Koulibaly
overthrows that one. She thought Tuti was maybe 7 foot. The French are in shock.
Well, one last shot attempt for France. They're leading by 11. Can they go into the fourth quarter up more than that? No surprise, ball in the hands of that woman. Gabby Williams, three-point shot attempt off the front of the rim.
Wow.
And
see Koenig go up and go get that thing. How many rebounds she got? Let me check for you, Shona. She has 12 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end and 7 on the defensive end.
Well, at the end of 3, 46-57, France leading over Mali. So Azania down 11. There is 10 minutes left in the game. What does Mali need to do to get back into it?
Do you know what? There's nothing really I'm going to say special. I say you keep playing how you've been playing. They're playing hard on the defensive end. They're getting stops. They're getting good looks at the basket. We'll get to see the best players of the third quarter, and it's been Gabby Williams' show, in my opinion, slicing, dicing, handing off. Good assists also with Michelle at the end there. She came up wincing a little bit on one of the drives that she had. But France did enough there. They won that quarter 15-14. But if I'm Mali, I'm just saying play our style. There's nothing too special. They're getting stops. They're getting good looks. They're getting their rebounds. I like it. I think they're doing a really good job, but you do need to chip away and get a few more stops if you're going to break into this 11-point lead.
Yep, I agree with you, Azania Stewart. I don't want to say it's a quiet night, but what about number 50 for Mali? She has 8 points, Janeba NJ, kind of a quiet game considering she has been a leader, scoring over 14 points a game for them in her first 2 games. What does she need to do to get going a little bit more?
I think she just keeps moving around the three-point line. She's good from there, and just keep finding her shots. Obviously, a lot of the defense will be attention to Kone.
Well, Torre pops, and decides it's a Sunday, but no worries, the banks are open here in the Superdome. Saw a little smile out of her after that shot.
Yeah, I think she was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Coulibaly goes inside to Kuruma, tough take. She isn't able to convert, but she will get to go to the free throw line.
That's really a battle between Torre and her. They're going at it. We saw earlier, it was physical here on the base, in the middle on that sideline, and then here she's made her way to the free throw line. This is the first.
Well, France stepped in a little bit too early on that free throw, so Molly is going to be...
They want to make sure they get their rebound.
Their box out?
Yeah.
Molly is going to be rewarded. And look how far back from the line...
when they get the rebound.
Kuruma, yeah. And not able to take advantage of the offensive rebound as Sarah Michel pushes it for France. Torre off the mark, and Kone with another board. Really, they fight with each other for the rebounds.
They do.
That's how aggressively they go. And nice hands there by Rupert, because I thought it was going to be an open layup for Kone.
Really, if Mali keeps working at this rate and they keep working, as we see the steal, the tip, and just work on their fundamentals, you know, really get their shooting down, they're dangerous.
Yeah, well, you know, they were there back in 2010. They haven't won at a competition. Obviously, this is a completely new generation, and Kone sweeps in for the offensive rebound. I don't care. Whoever is defending her just needs to, no matter where she is on the court.
Yeah, and I just seen Coach Tupan on the sideline push his bum out and goes, "Can you box her out, please?"
He demonstrated how to do a box out?
Yeah, he did.
And tough takes and one for Coulibaly.
Oh, I love this Mali team. They're really working. We're in the fourth here. They're down, but they're just sticking to... This is how they played in the first. No, I thought they would kind of drop off, but they're playing solid. They're getting drives here, look. And they get the foul, and they're sure well rebounding the ball. And Coach Tuban is saying, hey, I'm not really too sure about that. He looked like an emoji. You know, I don't know.
We have a two-pan emoji?
Yep.
And this is definitely the best game that I think Mali has played at this tournament. They seem like a different, determined team.
They're down 10.
And you said it. This is a learning experience, and late call is going to go against Mali, so it's not a shot, I believe. Ball will stay here.
Personal foul. Session number 12. Ali Devin. The first.
Well, 6 seconds on the shot clock. Badjian to Rupert, and at the buzzer, basically, Rupert with a little shot on the baseline. And just quickly there, you saw Iliana Rupert's mom in the crowd, so her family out here supporting her. And tough take, no call. Offensive rebound, though, is good.
Big
and Mali
rebound.
are not going away.
They sure ain't, and it's really helping that they're hitting the offensive board. They're back down 10, and that's their 15th offensive board. And France only have 3, by the way.
And Michelle, off the backboard, the three-point attempt is no good. So clearly the banks are not open for everyone. Kuruma made 1 and somehow kisses
2.
that one off the top of the backboard, and it goes in. And you said it, they are not going away, Azania. They are now trailing by 8. There's 7 minutes left. They have outscored France in this quarter by 3. If they continue to, you know, outscore them every 3 minutes,
we've got
our game.
Yep. And France, you know, is, in my opinion, traditionally, when you put them under the pump and get close, they sometimes break. So Mali needs to keep pushing, but they've put Gabby Williams in, who's putting France on her shoulders.
Toure drives baseline. Her shot is blocked, but she was also taken out on that layup attempt and will get to go to the free throw line.
Personal foul. Assistant number 12, Halima Dembele. Her second.
Well, Minya Toure's shots are good, so now it's back up to a double-digit lead for France. And tough layup. That might be an unsportsmanlike. Now, Sika Kone was back on defense for Mali, so a reach-in foul is going to go against Dembele.
She slid across the floor, but back to a 10-point game.
Williams gets it up to Rupert, and Paget drives baseline, somehow finds Tadic. Great pass and finish for France.
Fantastic pass there. She just knew her post player was waiting for her.
And tough make by one of your favorite players now.
Yep.
Do you like her more than Tina Krajicek?
No.
Okay.
No, Krajicek is my favorite, and maybe in Europe, and then I'll give her my favorite in the Afro-basket and Afro-African nations. But she's talented, man. She's 20 years old. Young, wild, and free. And you would hope, and here's a steal.
And every time you think France is going to pull away, Azania, they don't.
Still a lot of time left. There's 5 minutes 23, but if Gabby has anything to do with it, but she misses.
Don't see that kind of miss from Gabby Williams often. And now Rupert is going to be called for the foul. That will be France's third team foul. You said it. You look how nervous the French fans look.
Fighting that out.
Yeah.
They've seen it too many times.
And that's a timeout to France.
Well, Coach Tupan might be a little nervous as well as he decides to take a timeout, and let's listen in.
It's time for a little stare-off cam. We have Australia versus Cam with the beard staring down the barrel of the camera. You got to stare, otherwise you lose, mate. Anything goes. You just can't.
On fait look-tête avec toi. Look-tête avec Gabi. Attendez les écrans. Allez là pour l'instant. Attendez les écrans. On sort trop vite ici. Et les joueurs sont avec nous. Nous, ce qu'on veut qu'il y ait un retard. Ici, venir ici. Et la ligne de fond pour rester là. OK? On joue là-dessus. C'est toi qui vas être sur l'écran avec elle. Quand Gabi part, tu pop. Toi, on l'a dit hier. OK?
Well, you heard it. Coach Tupan is not too happy about the screens. He wants his players to wait and use the screens better to get open. And that's how that last turnover happened, right? You saw Williams just kind of go before the screen arrived to get her open.
Yeah, and there's 5 minutes, 14 seconds. Our favorite player has 18 points, 7 offensive rebounds, and 9 defensive. She's got a double-double, but she pretty much had that in the first quarter. And she had 4 offensive rebounds in a row. France need to lock in here, in my opinion. If they need to get this win in the bag, they need to be solid on both ends.
And three-point shot attempt off the mark, a fight for the rebounds. And good decision there by Sika Kone. Thought she was gonna try and tip it, but she knew that the ball was gonna be hers.
But yet again, sorry, Shona, yet again, France is trying to jump with Mali. That competition they're losing. They need to use their arms, they need to use their bum, their body. Box out, look, they all just go jump. That's not gonna happen. It's not going to work. You've got to put a body on people.
And Koulibaly loses her layup attempt, so ball back to France. And it's been 35 minutes, and they haven't figured it out yet?
No. Rebounding game.
Three-point shot
Looks
attempt.
Good.
Oh, that did look good. Williams drives, kicks to Michelle. Michelle's three-point shot is good. And when was the last time they made a three, Azania?
Well, they needed it. Michelle right on time. They are 4 from 18 from the three-point line, 22%.
And tough pass and catch. Badian with the block, excuse me. So Futux takes it all the way, and Shimi, this is an easy tip in. And now a fight for the ball, and Gabby comes up with it.
Amazing effort by Williams, and she just says, let's settle down here, let's get a good look, get out the way, I got it.
And that one is no good. Kone came up with the board, but Futux there to strip it away from her. And now a fight, and it's gonna be a jump ball rewarded to Mali.
And somehow, look, like Mali are just a magnet to the ball. They just get their hands all over it, figure it out. And both bodies, and this was the block. And another timeout. Pretty much shot it into Panier's hands, and let's listen into the timeout.
Dans ces occasions, nous ne l'avons pas travaillé. Mais si William sort sur terre, il s'en tire, d'accord? Et toutes les lignes de passe, nous devons... Nous ne voulons pas voler la balle. Nous voulons qu'elles donnent la balle ou ils commettent un erreur pour les lignes de côté et les lignes de fond, d'accord? pas faute. Mais on bat. Et après, rapidement, pardon, mais rapidement, un contre un. Pas arrêter de tirer, passe. On va marquer, on va les faire tout le temps possible.
Well, there's that three-point shot attempt by Sarah Michel, and it felt like it had been a long time since France hit a three-point basket. But no better time for Sarah Michel to make her first one in this game as she put France up by 11. There's still a ton of time left, though, Azania.
Yeah, the game's going quite slow, isn't it? I feel like it's taking forever, but there has been a fair few fouls and a lot of stoppage.
And nice pass, but just not able to finish is Dabu. And Rupert inside to Badian. And Badian doesn't miss that time.
Yeah, smart.
And that was a good extra pass from Rupert because she was open.
She was, but a good look to a better look to her teammate down low.
And tough take is off the mark by Dembele.
Dembele's young too, Shona. She's 22. She's got a bright future
you mentioned it. The next World Cup is going to be in 4 years, Azania. I think we're going to see an improved Mali team, and that's a 24-second shot clock, so good defense by Mali. I think there's quite a few of these players for Mali who, if they can continue to improve, we should maybe possibly see them at the next World Cup. That's 4 years from now.
Yeah.
What's amazing is Sika Kone will only be 24.
Wow, prime. And really, she's looking like a prime, well-oiled machine now.
And pass inside is blocked again by Badian.
Badian with a bad block. I love it. Listen,
she's had decent minutes for them.
She's just keeping her hands up and playing solid.
Williams back to Badian. Badian decides to drive as she goes in aggressively and finishes with her left hand.
Nice little drive there. And France doing just enough right now.
And they know that they need to win this game. And we talked about winning games earlier in this tournament, and points for and against could become interesting, especially in this group, who I right now cannot predict who will win, who will move on in this group. So great defense by France, and ball back to Mali.
Yeah, points are going to be so important. You're so right, Shona, because they beat Australia 70-57 and then lost to Canada. Canada is 2-0.
Yep.
Now that isn't a surprise because this is the group of death. Canada have managed to beat France and Serbia. So 2 tough games. And another timeout, and we'll listen.
Et en défense, pas errer, allez, 2 fois, allez. Tout le monde travaille pour éviter là. Finalement, le plus facile. On va fort, tous, encore.
Well, here was the good post play together, and just enough France are managing to put some good plays together here at the end. Badian, nice little high-low, and then this left-hand drive, strong finishes. And France are just done enough for me. 6 points, 4 rebounds by that lady. There's 1 minute, 29 seconds left to go.
Well, France now. They want to try and definitely score, you know, this last minute and 20 as that, what you said, it was a 13-point loss to Canada, excuse me?
Yeah.
Repair. Off the mark, and Sika Kone, folks, with her 18th rebound in the game. She is now tied for most rebounds in a game at a World Cup. And she is tied with some incredible basketball players. Sancho Little had 18 back in
Spain,
2010
right?
for Spain, yes. Lara Sanders, who played for Turkey, also had that feat in 2014. And in 1994, Katrina McLean from the USA also had 18. There's 45 seconds left. Could she become the World Cup rebounding champ? We'll fight. Oh.
There's a chance. I'm rooting for her right now.
Well, Fotox with that miss and Rupert off the mark. So now there's 25 seconds left. Mali are trailing. And three-point shot. Sorry, that was a long two by Dabu. And one last possession. France. Torre thought about it, kicks it out. And you almost want Kone to get a rebound. And that's a foul, a tough foul, as you see Fotox grabbing her face. Well, I'm not sure Sika Kone is gonna get 19 rebounds for Mali, but we know she has 18, and she is now tied for first with 3 other amazing basketball players for most rebounds in a game at a FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. And there you saw that was a hard foul. Well, she's smiling. She's fine, folks.
Just asking if it's bleeding or not.
I think they're gonna check the replay here to see if it was a play on the ball.
Straight or downgrade or phosphorite foul. Let's go. Go to the point of contact and stop. And tell me where you go. Yeah, cool. We have 2 contacts. And number 12, I caught the foul on number 2. And we have another angle. All right, so there are 2 contacts on their hand, but I think the first one is the key contact, first illegal. So do you think it's a normal basketball play? I think it looks like a normal basketball play. All right, so we go with 2 free throws. Yep. Personal foul, confirm, normal personal foul. Let's go, 2 shots.
Well, personal foul, and I need to correct myself. I got too excited. Sika Kone has 18 rebounds, and the record is 19, so she is 1 shy. There is 3.8 seconds left. If Marine Fotox misses the second of 2, we could see her get it. I just got way too excited.
Yeah, that's okay.
She's only 20, folks.
This game has been exciting. Even though France have just broken away this last quarter, Mali have stuck around this whole game. And good job for France for stealing the deal. And she makes the first, so I don't know how this rebound is gonna happen.
We need that little man on the rim again.
Oh, yeah.
And a substitution. Fotox is going to come out as she scores her 8th point of the game. 3.8 seconds left. Dabu crosses the half, and that shot is well long. So, at the end of the 4th, a very hard-fought battle by Mali, but they just didn't have enough as France end up winning by 15, and it did not feel like 15 Azania. So at the end of 40 minutes, Mali 59, France 74. And I mentioned it right at the end there. Sika Kone with 18 boards. I got way too excited and I thought she had the record. Unfortunately, the record's 19, held by 3 very, very good basketball players from past World Cups. Sancho Litto back in 2010 for Spain, and Lara Saunders for Turkey in 2014, and then also a USA player back in 1994. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to get that one last rebound that we were counting on, but it was all France, and I mentioned it, hard-fought game by France.
Yeah, hard-fought game, and round of applause for Mali, because I felt like they played their hearts out. They were strong, and there we see the stats of the end. 21%, in my opinion, is not going to cut it in this tournament. Shooting 4 from 19. They haven't been shooting a good clip from the three-point line. Moving forward, France need to work on that. The rebounding game, they also need to work, because they lost 41-36. They ended up having only 6 offensive rebounds, where Mali had 16 of those rebounds. Steals, though, were fantastic, 9-6. And then Williams was 14 points, and we spoke about our favorite player, Konye, 20 years old, a bright, bright star, and a future coming up with her. She had 18 points and huge rebounds for her. So here we go. We get to see the best plays of the second half.
Is that something you'll focus on with a bit of changes coming?
Well, Gabby Williams, another big game for France, as she finishes with 14 points and 7 boards to go along with 6 assists. And every time you felt like France really needed a basket, she was there to come up big for France.
You're right. Gabby Williams is the lady. 14.7 rebounds. Like you said, 6 assists. That is exactly what they needed. They sit at 2-1. A big win for them, because this tournament, this group, is starting to get a little interesting. So wins are very important, and also points. You need to put the points on the board. They managed to put up 74, and we'll have to go look and, you know, get our calculators out a bit later, Shona, to add up what is needed, but the win is the most important. They sit at 2-1.
Yep, and Sika Kone, what a talent that young 20-year-old is. 18 points and 18 boards. 7 of those were on the offensive end. And, you know, she shot 50% from the field altogether. 5 for 11 from 2-point range, 2 from 3 from 3-point range. She is a special talent, and she is someone I think people are going to be looking at and talking about a lot here in the future. But really, it was all France there, especially in the second quarter, is really what gave them a little bit of that cushion. They were up 10 going into half, and they were able to hold on, but it was not easy, because Mali played one of their best games of this tournament. So a big congratulations to France. They now sit 2-1, and this win was much needed for them if they want to move on out of the group phase. Well, Mali knows that they played better today, so they are all smiles. And there you see Group B, Mali falling to France, 59-74. Up next, a big game, Australia taking on Serbia. And then tonight, Japan go against Canada. Well, the standings in Group B, France with 5 points, Canada with 4, Australia 3, Japan 3, Serbia and Mali round out the group. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't go far, because we have a great game coming up soon. And another one tonight What a game, France against Mali here at the FIBA Women's Basketball World Cup. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we will be back later today.